Yeah, I mean obviously just being here, you wanna kind of compete out there and participate, but um, I think in the grand scheme of things, obviously, the important games are the ones during the regular season. So I think just getting those extra couple days to kind of rest and heal and move on to these last 30 plus games, I think was really important. But I think it was also important for me to still be here, and it's a big honor just to be selected to the All-Star game in general. So I'm happy to be here.
Did the injury happen like on one specific thing, or is just like wear and tear?
I think it was just more wear and tear. I can't really pinpoint, the exact day, but it's just been kind of going on and nagging for 2-3 weeks, and kind of hoping that this week off can kind of, in these extra couple days, can kind of help it. And I'm still planning on hopefully playing next week and continuing that.
Are you ready to meet your Atlantic Division All-Stars?
It's just been something just trying to manage, with the medical team and, just making sure, obviously, every game that, rehab, treatment, stuff like that, just doing everything I can to help it feel as best as it can, throughout this whole process. So, obviously, you guys are always playing through stuff, some more serious than others, but, you're kind of at a point in the season where, every game matters and you want to be out there with your teammates every night. Yeah, it's just kind of one of those things. It's just nagging every time. You're stick handling, shooting, stuff like that. But I think when you get in a game situation, obviously, so much adrenaline and so much, stuff kind of running through your mind and everything that you kind of, forget about it, I guess, and you can kind of manage it and play through it. But yeah.
From the Buffalo Sabres, Jack Eichel.
Yeah, Brady came up to me and his dad said that he owes me a steak dinner for him getting selected in here. But no, I mean I'm sure it means a lot. They grew up here, and obviously with the Blues winning the Cup last year, and guys like Brady and Matthew, Luke Cunnin, guys from St. Louis that are now playing in the AHL, and to have it here and for them to be participating, I'm sure it means the world to them. And I know that. For their family and friends, the fact that they're both in it and it's here in St. Louis, it's going to be an amazing weekend for them and an amazing weekend for everybody. I've seen it firsthand, so I'm kind of used to it. But I think he's a guy that you hate to play against, but a guy that you love to have on your team because he's gonna obviously compete out there every night, and he doesn't mind getting under other guys or players' skin. And I think he does a pretty good job of it. So he likes to play on the edge.
Apart from the rehab, how was the break? You guys obviously didn't go into it the way you wanted to.
Sorry?
Like, in terms of just reflecting on how you guys went into the break the last 6 games, were you able to unplug?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, you just try to get away from hockey and recharge and everything. And obviously the last game wasn't a great game for us, but I think you just got to move forward. It's like any other game. You take the good and the bad, you move forward to the next one, and obviously these last 30 games would be extremely important for us.
With the last 6 games you guys played, has something been different opposed to the first 20 with Sheldon?
I don't know. I think you're going to go through stretches where you're not playing as well. We went through a stretch where we were on fire, won 10, 11, 12 games, or had points in 12, 11 games, something like that. And things were going well, and then obviously a couple games that didn't really go well for us. So I think that's just the ups and downs of the season, and we obviously like to clean some things up and not go through those. But I think it's just a given that you're going to go through stretches where you're not playing well as a team.
Auston, you're one of the best goal scorers in the league, but there's a guy in Washington who's making the case for the best goal scorer ever. What's your thoughts on Ovechkin chasing Wayne Gretzky's record and on the verge of 700 goals?
Yeah, I think if anybody's going to do it, it's obviously him. So, he's obviously been around for a while. I've been watching him since I was a kid, and he's an amazing player. And I think when it's all said and done, he could probably break that record. And I think it'd be pretty sweet to see. Yeah, it's obviously grown quite a bit, and I remember when I was playing youth hockey, and we'd play St. Louis. They're always a powerhouse team. They had some really good players that Matthew, Luke Cunnin, Trent Frederick, guys like that, Clayton Keller, that are obviously really good players now in the NHL. And so I think that's a testament to obviously St. Louis and here. Lots of ex-NHL players retiring, and good genes, I guess, in the family, and USA Hockey as well. Lots of guys that are getting selected to go to that program are ending up obviously playing at a high level in the NHL.
In that same vein, where do you think Patrick Kane is ranking pantheon of American players in this? Is he in the discussion right now?
Oh, I think so. I mean, I don't know how you kind of keep him out of it. I don't think he really gets enough credit for what he's been able to do and what he's still been able to do. Every year in, year out, he's always at the top, top of the league in points. Every night. Doesn't matter if the team's, has a good year. If the team's, has an off year, he's always up there and he's always producing. And just kind of being around him the last couple summers and seeing how competitive he is and how serious he takes his game and his development, no matter the time or place. It's really impressive. So. I guess to answer your question, I think when it's all said and done, he's definitely going to be at the top of that list somewhere.
As a center, I'm guessing you had different role models growing up. You're part of that generation that kind of grew up watching him. Did you model yourself after him in any ways?
I mean, I tried to, I guess. Yeah, I mean, he was one of my favorite players to watch and kind of emulate. Just he's flashy, he's a great stick handler. Did things at such a high level and high. At a fast pace, and just a fun guy to watch. He kind of puts you on the edge of your seat anytime you're on the ice, and I think as I got older, I figured probably not my exact game style I was going to be playing, but definitely some stuff that he does that I've tried to learn kind of along the way when I was growing up and try to emulate and put it in my own game.
So we're coming up on 10-year anniversary of Crosby's golden goal. I know you obviously not the result that you guys, if you were watching, do you remember watching that game as a kid? Do you remember where you were and what it was like?
I was home, I think. I was just in Arizona watching it. But I think I just remember being shocked. It just happened all so quickly, and obviously all the gloves go in the air. And I was obviously a lot younger then, but was clearly pulling for USA, but it didn't happen. But I don't know. I think that Olympics, it was just a fun Olympics to watch, and that game was obviously pretty exciting one, nail biter. But I think I was just shocked that it happened. A little bit. I think as a kid you kind of go through phases of different players that you kind of like, and I know for me it was like I'd start taping my stick like him. I went yellow laces and kept my tongues out on my skates and stuff like that. And I think that's just like what you do as a kid when you're kind of idolizing different players, and but him kind of playing against him now, it's pretty fun. It's surreal. Him and Crosby are kind of the two guys, two generational players that growing up there obviously have done so much for the game and so much, individually for themselves. They're, two unbelievable players. So, it's just fun, to be in the same league as them and compete against them. And it's obviously, not an easy job to kind of contain those two. I don't know. Honestly, I can't really answer that question. I feel like a lot of guys are some attorneys and stuff, or guys that you've met in the past and stuff like that. So I'm not really sure.
Is it easy to, you guys battle hard against one another, is it easy to come to an event like this and just all that gets set aside? These guys that you have on the team, you don't want.
I don't know. I think it's kind of different for everyone. I'm sure if you ask Matthew, it's probably a different story. But I think this kind of weekend and event and everything, it's meant to be kind of for the fans and lighthearted, and it's supposed to be fun. So I think everybody kind of takes that into account and puts, I think those differences on the ice aside.
This is pretty fresh, and they're going to play again right away. You're going to be able to set this aside.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Yeah, that's my plan, and that's my goal. Hopefully that these next couple of days let it rest, like I said, and and go through go through that process, have a good practice Sunday, and go from there. But that's definitely my goal is to play Monday and try to stay as healthy as possible. Yeah, it's been nice. Just kind of seeing family and stuff, getting your mind off it, I guess, and hopefully some treatment and rehab that I kind of went through this week helps kind of in the long term and for the end of the week. And so it's hopefully feeling a little bit better come Saturday, Sunday, and when we're in Nashville and kind of having to get things dialed in again. I don't think that was ever really in the plans for me, but I just went to Phoenix for a couple days, spent some time with the family and friends, and kind of get out of the snowy weather that's been going on in Toronto the last couple weeks.
Yeah, Auston, the Chuck brothers are both all-stars this year. Obviously, one of them because of you. But can you describe just how amazing it is that two brothers are in the all-star game in their hometown and they're not even like 25?
Yeah, I think it's great. I saw them earlier today, and I know Walt, their whole family is really excited. That both of them are here, both of them are participating, and obviously, this being their hometown, I'm sure it's going to be extra special for both of them, and I know their family, especially, are extremely excited.
What's it been like with Sheldon now? You've been 2 months in now with him behind the bench. What is he for you? What is it like having him on the bench?
It's been good. I think every coach is different, so I think we were lucky that lots of guys, I think over half the team had played for him before, so lots of guys kind of knew what to expect and had kind of an idea of the way he coached and the way that he ran things. So for the most part, I think the first couple of weeks, obviously you got to go through a lot of system changes and things are just different, but I think he did a good job of kind of implementing the things that he felt were most important for us in that change, and especially when we got back to Toronto and got some more practice time in and kind of dialing things in. And then now I think we're pretty comfortable with him. We know what he expects. We know what kind of his style and everything is, and kind of just go from there.
What about Freddie, having him in net? What does he bring to the team, to having that presence?
I think we're all just so confident anytime he's in the net. He's got just such a willpower. He's confident there. He's calm. He's just always calm, cool, and collected. So, anytime he's in the net, I think we all feel confident. He's been a stone wall for us every year I've been here, but obviously, especially as of late, and very deserved of him to be selected this year in the All-Star game. And I feel like last year and other years we could have made an argument for him as well. So, we're pretty happy and we're pretty lucky that we have him here in Toronto.
Any strategy going into Saturday?
Any strategy?
For the game? Mitch talked about that. He's not sure the level of
Yeah.
people that are bringing.
I'm not even playing, so I don't know. I'll probably strategy of what lines go with who, but I don't know. We'll see.